What's going on, folks? This is the Chad Factor, long time no see, and I'm here to do a video about my experience at the Black Guns Matter event in Memphis, Tennessee, and a year in review, whether it's politics, social norms, and things of that nature. So I just wanted to say that I thoroughly enjoyed myself with Maj Tuan of Black Guns Matter. If I'm mispronouncing his name, please do so and tell me if I'm doing so in the comment section. It was very informative for the gun laws in Tennessee. Even though I'm not from Tennessee, I want to support him and his cause because more black people need to know about their right, to know that there is a historical context to that and the Second Amendment. The gun control laws were for racist reasons, and then people changed those laws. And then there's always has been a black self defense force to defend themselves against white supremacist Klan and evil people who would go and kill innocent people. So we've always had a history of the Second Amendment in the context of America. So I urge everybody to look up Maj Tuan and his Black Guns Matter because I drove 4 hours to go to that event to support him and his cause, and I am very proud of myself doing that. It was very informative about the rules, regulations, federal law, and state law of firearms. I got to talk to him about some tips on where to get what's the best gun to use in self defense. What is the best move to do in case in this situation. I actually got to meet him up at a barbecue place there to talk some more. So it was a very, very good experience. But the fact of the matter is that let's just say that there were a lot of people registered there that were not that didn't even show up. So we need to basically put our money where our mouth is and do what we said we were going to do and stop bailing. If you register for an event, just do it because some of these same people probably partied that night and have fun that night. But there were a lot of people registered, at least 200 people registered, and only 12 people showed up. So we need to get our act together and we need to get together so we can take this seriously because we need to know our rights. We need to know our Second Amendment rights, and we need to know everything there is to know about it so we can keep surviving and thriving. So please go to these events so you can be taught this and stop bull crapping. Do it. But also, this is a year review. We're coming into 11 months after Trump was inaugurated. It's going to be the first year on January 20th. It has been a roller coaster ride of controversy from the Russia gate to the sexual assault gate to the election of Roy Moore that the entire country was watching between Roy Moore and Doug Jones. And we basically are finding out that the left is losing the culture war because of Harvey Weinstein, the Matt Lauers, okay, the Brian Ross, the dude, some older black man, I forgot his name, the Tavis Smileys. A lot of these people are going down, and these are the same people that generally support every woman's accusation is true until it's them, or women cannot lie about rape. And some of these same men are actually getting this treatment that men have been talking about, particularly that we as black men have been saying for years that white women do lie about rape. And a lot of you white men actually came out and killed us and cut our balls. Not all of you, not the ones that are 80 or 90. I'm talking not the younger ones. I don't know about, but I'm just saying that y'all didn't heed our word that women would lie, and you didn't think it was gonna come on you. Now it's a lot of you are losing your jobs. Now you knew how a black man felt when a white woman accused them of rape. But as I digress, the regressive leftists are falling. Sir Euger even got in trouble for this. And these are the same people that say that accusations, there's no such thing as false rape accusations. It's a very, very small number. Women never lie about rape. Weinstein backed Michael Moore's movie. Weinstein knew who Meryl Streep was, dined with the Obamas, dined with the Clintons, and one of the Lindsey Bloom and her mother Gloria Allred was about to support this man. People are finding out that the more they talk about rape culture, the more they seem to be saying that they're really talking about themselves. Truly in honesty, they are talking about themselves. They are not having high marriage rates, even though I do agree that we have a high divorce rate. They have the rape culture. They have all the crazy stuff going on with them, and they want to keep lecturing to me and regular Americans how we should live our life and how we should vote for them. So on that front, that's changing. That people are waking up, but at the same time, with the loss of Roy Moore in a red state, there is a contingency of due process that's being alterated. And the more I see this going, it just seems more and more likely that if a woman cries rape on you, that means it's guilty. Even though Roy Moore did a lie detector test today, and it was found out that he was telling the truth and he did not rape any of the women that he was accused of. But it's too late now. And he lost the election. He's still not conceding, even though they said that he lost, that Doug Jones won. So, but this year with a tax bill, with people lowering taxes on their bill, that people keep saying the tax scam bill. I don't know why people keep calling it that, but it's the tax bill. With the getting rid of TPP, with the Charlottesville incident, I would say the greatest two accomplishments of his presidency so far was the tax bill that just passed and getting rid of TPP. Supreme Court justice is very important too, but those are two notable promises. He said, I'm going to cut taxes and I'm going to get rid of the Obamacare mandate tax and I'm getting rid of TPP, which is a terrible trade deal. The only two candidates who wanted, only three candidates who wanted to get rid of the TPP, honestly, was Bernie Sanders, Jill Stein, and Donald Trump. Those are the only three people publicly that went against the TPP, Trans-Pacific Partnership Act. And when he did that, as soon as he came in, I said, I'm glad I voted for this motherfucker. Where he messed up on, where the man messed up on is that he did a serious strike. And that struck a lot of nerves of people because a lot of people who supported Ron Paul, who were non-interventionists, didn't like what he did. So that was pretty much his biggest loss on that, when he bombed that Syria base that he had no business doing. But even though Steve Bannon left, even though he did the Syrian bomb, even though he seemed like he was trying to kiss up to the neocons and neoconservatives and rhinos, he is doing many good things and accomplishing many promises that he said he wanted to keep. So I am proud that he's doing that, and I'm proud that he's going forward. I myself, I have been traveling a lot. Even though I have been doing my radio show a lot, I've been in school, traveling, trying to work out more, trying to, eat a bit healthier. So in my own life, I've been doing pretty well, bench pressing, lifting weights, traveling more. I've traveled to Memphis, and now I'm about to go to Maryland tomorrow, and it's like a 10-hour drive. So I love traveling, and I'm trying to travel more because I'm getting tired of these high airplane tickets, going through security, and you never know what could happen at the airport. That Atlanta airport shutdown was a sign saying, yeah, I think it's a better solution. I think more people need to start driving because it's less expensive than a plane ticket. And you're actually in a better position than if you were on a train or a freaking airplane. So I urge everybody to start driving more, even if it takes you days to get where you go. Like even though an airplane can take you 4 hours to California, take the 2 day ride and get a car. It's safe, it's inexpensive. One way, and if you have good mileage on your car, one way you might have to pay maybe $80 in gas at most. If you go from Atlanta to Mississippi or halfway in the Midwest, yeah. But I mean, yeah, you'll probably pay 150 or 40 in gas if you have a really really good miles to go to California or Colorado. But it's just the fact of the matter is you're boycotting the system and you don't want to give money to the system because they keep cheating you and giving you these high prices. So my year's been good. My year's been good, myself and politically, and I think more people will wake up to the media establishment and the fact that they lie and keep lying and want to try, because even with the Charlottesville thing, I hate neo Nazis and I hate communists. But I'm not going to sit here and say Antifa is just as innocent people and the neo Nazis were coming in to do it. They had they had what they want to do. I looked at what both sides are saying. Both sides have good points on what they were saying, but both sides continuously say the police let them do it and didn't do a dang thing to separate these two groups. Okay? And people just don't get that. People think, oh, neo-Nazi, Hitler, 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 but want to give Stalin the pass, want to give Mao Zedong the pass. Just because they're protesting evil people doesn't mean that they're not evil or that they didn't have larger numbers or tried to ramble and start. Because honestly, you had some neo-Nazis that want to fight, but if you looked at most of them weren't doing what they weren't trying to antagonize them. I hate the left. Okay, I hate neo Nazis and don't think I'm trying to defend neo Nazis. Okay, but you have to face the facts that both sides are wrong, but the side that really, really wanted to fight was the left side, was Antifa, was that. Because if you see what they do to Trump supporters like me, they'll try to attack me just because I'm a Trump. They'll call me a white supremacist, I'm a black man because I support Trump. So I'm just telling you that the more the media lies, the more they shamelessly try to use everything and use everything racially, the more people are cutting that cable off, the more people are stop watching the news, and they're going to go to vertical news. Sorry, not vertical news. They're going to go to alternative news, go to YouTube, cut the cable off, stop seeing it. Even Fox sometimes can be bullcrap, but Fox is actually more sensible at this point. Mainly Laura Ingraham and Tucker Carlson, because they have establishment neocons as well. But it's all coming to an end. Once we pull that plug out, people are going to be more and more awake because they're tired of being called sexist, racist, homophobic by just having an opinion or just having a traditional marriage. And, Hillary wouldn't have been a good fit. So I'm just saying that Trump won. The tax bill got passed, which is supposed to cut taxes for everyone across the board. Mostly, it'll benefit business owners, everything, but it's supposed to cut people, especially single men like me, by 10 to 15%, and then we're supposed to get a higher wage because they're cutting off federal taxes, so it should benefit everybody. As long as he cuts spending, things will be good, but it should be able to help everybody. Like I said, TPP is gone. Political correctness is becoming unpopular. Going for social justice is becoming unpopular. So things are moving in a more conservative, libertarian direction, and I love it. And libertarians within the Republican Party need to go in there along with Trump's message to really bring out a liberty message into it, to get rid of this communism, to get rid of this collectivism, to stop going with the narrative that socialism is the best thing in the world and have true free market, fair trade, and capitalism to solve healthcare issues, to solve having poor people, to solve every issue we need that, and to cut taxes so everybody can be working and living. This is the Chad Factor, getting out with this year in review of 2017 and talking about Black Guns Matter. Peace out.